So you're looking for a new apartment, right? And it's so easy to get laser focused on just two things: location and cost. But what if I told you the real secret to loving where you live isn't about the map or the price tag at all? It's actually hidden in the details. Yeah, everyone chants that old mantra: location, location, location. But is that really the whole story? I don't think so. We're going to go a little deeper here. Because let's be real, once the moving boxes are unpacked, your actual day to day life is shaped by way more than just your zip code. It all comes down to the amenities, the features and the facilities. That's what really brings the comfort, the convenience. That's what decides your quality of life. Honestly, they're the difference between a place you just crash at night and a place you truly live in. So let's break this down, level by level. Okay, let's start with level one. Think of this as the absolute foundation of a great home. We're not talking about fancy, flashy luxuries here. Nope, these are the non-negotiables, the core essentials that let you breathe out and feel totally at ease in your own space. Before we even get into things like pools or gyms, we have to talk about security. It's just a fundamental human need, right? If you don't feel safe, you can't really relax. You can never truly settle in. So what does good security actually look like? The best way to think about it is like 3 layers of protection. First up, you've got trained guards at all the entry and exit points. That's your visible deterrent. Then you have CCTV cameras keeping an eye on all the public spaces. And finally, the whole thing is a gated community with restricted entry. That's what's crucial for stopping people who shouldn't be there from getting in. When you put all those together, you get this secure bubble that gives you real peace of mind. All right, so you feel safe. Check. What's next on the list? The absolute basics, the stuff we totally take for granted until it's gone. I'm talking about uninterrupted power and water. In this day and age, that is 100% non-negotiable. A 24/7 power backup? That means a random power cut isn't going to leave you fumbling in the dark or cut you off from work or worse, trap you in an elevator. It's all about continuity. Same thing for water. A round-the-clock supply is just a must-have. And hey, when you see things like rainwater harvesting systems, that's a really good sign. It shows the complex is actually thinking ahead about being smart with its resources. And for the final piece of our foundation, you've got to have a plan for when things go wrong. A truly secure home is one that's also ready for any emergency. And look, this isn't just about checking a box on a safety list. It's about a whole system working together. You've got smoke detectors for that crucial early warning. Then fire extinguishers and hydrants give you the tools to actually fight a fire. And of course, clear emergency exit plans so everyone knows exactly how to get to safety. It's that whole integrated system that really protects people when it counts. Okay, our foundation is solid. Now let's climb up to level 2. This is all about making your everyday life easier. These are the amenities that get rid of all that daily friction, the ones that tackle those common, annoying frustrations head on. Let's talk about something that can drive you crazy: parking. A good parking system isn't just a place to leave your car. It's literally about buying back your time and your sanity. A great system thinks about everybody. You get a reserved spot so you're not endlessly circling the block after a long day at work. There are designated spots for visitors so your friends aren't frantically texting you, "Where do I park?" Covered parking is a huge plus to protect your car. And thinking about the future, EV charging stations are fast becoming a must-have. Think about how much our homes have changed recently. For so many of us, home is now our office. It's our kids' classroom. It's our movie theater. We work, learn, and chill out all from the living room. And every single one of those things depends on one critical utility. And this is a super important distinction. Your standard basic internet, it just doesn't cut it anymore. Think about it. If you're on an important work call while someone else in the house is streaming a 4K movie, you need the kind of speed and rock-solid reliability that only fiber optic can give you. It's literally the difference between a smooth, seamless connection and that dreaded, frustrating buffering wheel. So the last piece of this convenience puzzle? It's all the stuff you hope you never have to think about. This is the behind-the-scenes magic that just keeps the whole community humming along smoothly. The funny thing about great maintenance is that when it's done right, you barely even notice it's happening. It just means the hallways and lobbies are always clean. It means if a pipe springs a leak, you know exactly who to call. And it means the trash just disappears efficiently. These are the services that stop tiny problems from snowballing into massive headaches. Okay, so we've got our rock-solid foundation, we've layered on all the conveniences, now we get to the really fun part, level 3. These are the amenities that don't just support your life, they actively make it better. They enhance it. Just imagine this. You can get a great workout in, go for a swim, maybe play a game of tennis, all without ever having to find your car keys. When these facilities are right there on site, it removes the single biggest excuse for not staying active, the effort. It just makes a healthy lifestyle so much more accessible. You know, a truly great apartment complex is so much more than just a bunch of buildings. It's a real community. And for families, a safe, fun place for the kids to play is absolutely essential. But it goes beyond that. Things like parks, gardens, and event spaces, those are the places where neighbors actually meet, connect, and build real relationships. And finally, let's talk about the lifestyle amenities that are just outside the gates. See, a great location isn't about having a fancy address. It's about being close to what you actually need. Being near good schools, healthcare, shops, and public transport, that saves you the one thing you can never get more of, your time. So really, it all boils down to this one simple idea. It's the whole package, from feeling safe to having fun. That's what creates a truly comfortable and elevated living experience. But at the end of the day, there's no single perfect checklist that works for everyone. The big takeaway here is to think about your life. What do you do? Are you a total fitness buff? Do you work from home? Do you have young kids? The best apartment for you is the one that has the amenities that actually support who you are and how you want to live your life. So that leaves us with one last question for you. After all of this, from 24/7 security all the way to a swimming pool, if you could only pick one, just one single amenity that you absolutely could not live without, what would it be? Really think about it, because your answer probably says a lot about what you value most in a home.